Okay, so welcome back everybody. Take on Mars. Southern Polar Outpost Challenge. Now this is the update. That's how far I've actually got. In the previous video you saw how sort of, I would say, hard work is to get a single barrel of plastic. So I continue doing that for several hours, in fact almost a full day, and I finally, just a second, I don't want to put the helmet on just yet. So I have finally, and I've lost a drill, I don't know if I've mentioned that before. I can always make another one now, so it's not a problem. Well, it's a tool, isn't it, I suppose. Let's take one of these. Okay, so what I've carried on doing, making the plastic, and I've built a radiation shield. It's like a hut basically, but the printer I have right now is only a medium size one, so I can't actually print the airlock door frame. So unfortunately it's got no door on it, but it's still handy. I can still dismantle it, still reuse the parts as well for the base down in the lake. Alright, so that's what I'm going to show you now, is a radiation box, my little shielded sort of area, so I can just hop in there if there's some solar activity. And I've also started on the large 3D printer, which will be used for printing the cargo truck, so I can move everything down into the lake bed where I'm going to put the actual base together. Alright, so I've got 0 SV, so I've got 0. That's quite nice, and it's very handy having it there because where I've put it, it's a little bit close to the 3D printer, but I can always move it. Alright, so let's get going. Turn the light off. Alright, helmet on. Pull the lever. You have to see it just through the window. Just to the right of the 3D printer, the white frame. Just there. Something out of focus though. Yeah, I had to find quite a large area that was flat enough for the 3D print I'm putting together. It's 4 of the large floor tile sections across. I want to make it at least 10. Well, between 8, 9, maybe 10. But of course got to do that for the roof as well, and it's a lot of resources. You're never going to run out of oxygen. It says like nearly everything, well not everything, but a heck of a lot of the material you break down gives you oxygen. Yeah, it says like everything gives you, well not everything like I said, but quite a large percentage of the materials you actually break down from Mars rock gives you a lot of oxygen. So I've got a lot of oxygen, but what's concerning me, okay, so that's the radiation shield. And I've got a full tank, 9,500 oxygen. I'm just tipping oxygen out now. I'm not even keeping it. There's just no reason to. So I want to visit the other 2 drill sites again. I've taken one of the RTG, I've had to move the drill site there, slightly further towards the west. So I've only powered it with 1 RTG. It's a waste having 2 RTGs. It doesn't seem to increase how much sort of material you get from each drill. But something I was concerned, like I was about to say, was the fact the lack of hydrogen. Hydrogen, it being the most sort of prevalent element in the universe, so apparently that's what scientists say, there's a distinct lack of it on Mars. I have to mess around breaking. I don't want to split water down too much, because that's not a good idea. Well, the moon's out. Well, one of them. Alright, so that is obviously the medium-sized printer I've been using already. I'm not bothering to collect any more atmosphere. I've only got 2 and well, not sorry, 2. I've got 1.5 or so tanks worth. So that's in excess of about 12,000 units. So you don't use that much right now. And there's no reason to sort of store it, because you can just get 5 barrels worth, and it only takes a few minutes to actually extract them. All the 5 barrels worth. So there's not really much point in taking them. What I would sort of do now is sort of tip out most of what I've got of atmosphere. At least half the tank's worth, which I've got around here. I'm going to tip that out, because there's no reason to obviously the one I've sort of accidentally sort of tipped over. So that's how much Mars rock I've used. That was halfway. And it's not fast at coming along. It's not, the drill sites they're not too clever. They're not too efficient. I'm thinking because the RTGs are obviously thermal. I'm thinking because it's it's minus 95.2. I'm thinking maybe that's what's causing the problem. But like I said, all I've done, I've just taken out one of the RTGs, and I'm powering one of the drills further up there, and obviously the other site, which is, if I can see on the map, just there in the crater. That's also probably just one RTG as well. I thought it'd be better just found one RTG, one drill, and 2 cables. So both cables are attached. So that's both batteries being drained at the same time. So I don't know, it seems to be working. So I've had to move the drill from there. See, that's got 1 Mars rock left. This is 3,176. Slightly north of that is 4,139, so that's a better yield. Oh, next week nearly 4,000. And of course, the reason why I put the drill there is because that's 4,000. It's 1,946 now, so that's reduced it by about 1,000 again. So that's probably all 5 barrels are full up there, which I need to go and visit up there. Okay, so this is a radiation shield, as I said. I'm going to tip this Martian atmosphere out of here. I'm going to put aluminium and iron in these tanks, because they seem to be the one sort of, there's carbon as well you use quite a lot of, but like I said, hydrogen is rather concerning. And I can get water from splitting atmosphere, and then I can split the water down to get oxygen, which I don't need, and hydrogen, which when you get one of, you get 2 oxygen, 1 hydrogen. And this is the barrel of plastic I've got left. Right, so I think I made it a little bit too tall, because I made this section here, these wall panels here. These are a single large panel. So I think maybe I should have just done 2 small for each part, just so I could just get in, but I don't know. It's not like it's being wasted. What is that? It's iron, isn't it? Yeah, oh, that's right. Yeah, of course I did put iron there, because I won't know where to put it, but I know how full well I'm going to need it, which is exactly why I'm thinking of tipping at least one of these atmosphere containers out. One of these tanks with atmosphere in. Alright, so that's the radiation shield box. That's so I can hop in there while I'm messing around over here. Took a long time to do. It took a lot of plastic, at least 2.5 barrels worth. Doesn't help when it's quite confusing. There's not much in the description on the parts either. Right, so this is obviously, this will be the exit or the entrance. I haven't quite decided when I'm going to sort of have the exit. So So it's going to be quite a size printer, and obviously it has to be because you're going to have to build the entire vehicle at once. That's something for me. I would rather them had sort of like the task of putting it together from its components. So you make the components like the wheels, the engine, and the components, things like that, and its suspension, chassis, and things like that, all separate, and then bolt it together. But obviously, I haven't done that. Just single large printer. So I'm thinking I'm just going to build the biggest printer I possibly can. Well, it's not the biggest one. It'll be like 20 across and 20 that way, but there's no reason for that. This will build, if my calculations are correct, anything at all, from those very large tanks to the aerial vehicle, which I don't think you can actually use on Mars. I might be wrong. I think that's just for Luna and for Europa scenarios. Okay, so the RTG here with its cable reel, I'm leaving that here. So the other drill is over there. I've already just set up, so that won't be anywhere near as full. The one over there, where is it? Yeah, over there to the north, should actually be ready to be empty. So that's what I've been working on. It doesn't take too long to do it once you've got the resources, but it's gathering the resources and putting them into tanks. That's in Mars rock. It would be much more helpful if I could get Mars soil, but unfortunately I can't get Mars soil here, which I don't understand why. I mean, this is permafrost. This is like frozen topsoil. But surely I should be able to sort of heat it up and get at least carbon, at least carbonated water, as in carbon-based water, carbon dry ice as it's called, from that. But unfortunately I can't do that. Yeah. So I was going to fill this oxygen tank up. No oxygen. I'm not going to take it from the habitat anymore. There's no reason to. So yeah, when it's time to leave, I'm going to have to split some hydrogen from water, so I can fill the habitat's tank back up. So yeah, Mars ascent vehicle can be fueled. Otherwise, I'm not going home. But that doesn't concern me right now. It's fat. I mean, it's not hard to do, but it's a long slog to get, because you only get one hydrogen for every 2 oxygen, so I'll be taking out a lot of oxygen. Alright, so that's that full. How much methane have I got? Yeah, I mean, I've got full well, not 2 full tanks, but not far off full 2 tanks in the habitat. So that's not a concern right now. But methane is quite tricky to get, because again it takes hydrogen. I believe it takes hydrogen anyway. Have a quick look. This is what I've been doing. Just aluminium. I need 2 barrels of aluminium, I believe. Yeah, I need 2 barrels of aluminium. Oh, that's right, yeah, of course. So I might just tip this out. I'll just take a little bit out of that tank, but you get that much when you're splitting rock down. There's nothing you can do with it. It's just taking up room. Alright, so before I switch this on, actually no, I'll put it on. Yeah, so it takes quite a lot of, it takes hydrogen again to make methane. And it's hydrogen and carbon. Yeah. And that's a plastic barrel. I just put it on there just so it doesn't go sort of wandering around. Alright, let's go for a spin. So they are full. It gets quite windy. As you move sort of slightly further north of the habitat, actually just west of the habitat, it gets really windy. You can hear it, it's like it's blowing a gale. Let's set this one off. And I realised something as well. This was a while ago. You can actually put barrels in there. It's not by itself now. In there behind the cage section, but like I said, I'd rather be safe than sorry, because they don't. I've driven with them in there before. They've been fine, so. Something I would like to be able to do, and that is move these damn rocks. So, is that full? Yep, that's full. So that's two full and 2 empty. Do I have any empty? No, I don't have any empty ones, do I? So I shall have to come back. But that's okay, I've got 2 full barrels now. Yeah, like I said, if I attached when I did have 2 RTGs powering 1 drill, it still didn't seem to make any difference. But maybe it's just my imagination. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I put the junction in there. Should have taken it out. And I saw that in the habitat anyway. in the airlock alongside the potato seeds I've put in there. Right, let's head back. So there must be a difference between the solar panels and the RTGs. Obviously, the solar panels need sunlight, but there don't seem to be that much difference in actual power yield though. Right. So it shouldn't be too long before I can actually start on the actual cargo truck. Well, that's going to take quite a few barrels of resources. Well, I mean quite a few barrels of resources. Not only to build it, but also to fuel it. But obviously it only takes 1 barrel of methane. I think it's only 1 barrel of methane it takes, from memory. Been a while since I actually played through any scenario with the actual cargo truck in. I've got plenty of oxygen, so that's not. I'm not going to sort of suffocate, I suppose. That's one bonus. Alright. So, I think I've already got a full barrel of aluminium that I can carry on doing the. No. The other way around. Concentrate on doing instead of talking. Right. Let's take this oxygen out. I know it seems like a waste, but there's nothing you can really. I mean, I've got a full 9,500 points worth of oxygen. You just don't need any more than that. Take that. You know, that is annoying. I've said that before, but I wish they could have just put a switch on it so you just open it, just like any of the doors or trap doors or anything like that underneath the where the actual buggy's stored before you take it out. Alright, so now this is silicon, aluminium, I've got iron, magnesium oxide and 9 oxygen. That's for every 5 units though. So it takes quite a few barrels of Mars rock to make just 1 barrel of aluminium. It's a bit of an odd number as well. So I have I've got 2 barrels of silicon oxide, which is for the glass for the floor. I think while I'm actually at this, I'm going to carry on and just do the same amount of tiles for the ceiling as I've done for the floor. That to me is easier. But also the walls need doing as well. There's a lot of carbon. It's a lot, not carbon, it's a lot of silicon oxide and a lot of iron, aluminium. No iron there. So there's 2 barrels of silicon oxide, which I need for the glass. And now I'm just doing the 2 aluminium barrels. And no doubt the oxygen is now full. Yeah, there we go. I think I should have almost a full barrel. Yeah, almost a full barrel of aluminium. Okay, so yeah, it's 1 point. That's anything as well. Some of the programs, some of the sort of configs here for the machine, they seem to be sort of odd. They're an odd number. Although 2 for every 5, yeah, 2 for every 5, isn't it? So it'll leave 1 left over from the 4. So 1 point short of a full barrel. I've been called worse things. Let's borrow this. Put that in there. I'm just going to carry on. I've almost got a full barrel of iron as well. I don't need that much iron right now, and I've got no way of storing it. And even if I wanted to store it, it would still take up other resources, and it's just not worth doing because you get that much iron from everything. 1 barrel gives you 2 units for every, yeah, it's 130, so it gives you 2 for every 5. But there's that much, there's plenty of resources around. And in reality, you actually probably could put it back into the soil, but for some reason it doesn't do that. So for sheer speed, I'm just going to tip that in out. Just so I'd have to keep tipping, well not tipping, but no, and oxygen. Iron and oxygen. Obviously, I mean the program number 2 for Mars rock is just circumventing the fact that you have to put up silicon oxide, iron oxide, and aluminium oxide. Sorry, not silicon oxide, but it's splitting them already. It's splitting the iron and the aluminium already for you. So in that case, it's actually, now what? Silicon. That's just standard silicon, which I just don't need right now. And from what I've seen on the 3D printer, you don't need a great deal of silicon in the first place anyway. Silicon oxide you do. Once again, oxygen needs tipping out. As you can see, it's quite sort of, and I remember comments on this particular playthrough. very useful comments as well, very useful information, but unfortunately I was already in the middle of this playthrough to install the resource pipes mod, which I did take a quick look at, and it's good, but unfortunately I've already started. So yeah, like I said, thank you for the comments, everyone who made comments on this playthrough. Very useful comments, a lot of them. Well, like I said, I've already sort of started on this, so it's a shame. But it's not too bad. It's a lot of barrel swapping, as you can see, swapping barrels, and but ultimately, it's not exactly difficult to do. It's not exactly difficult to do, but ultimately it's not difficult, like I said, but it is quite time consuming. Wait, what the heck was that? Yeah, I think I need to get some comm stations set up, because I need some weather warnings. But I should be getting weather warnings because I'm in full comms range. I'm only habitat's only there. But I noticed this during the unmanned campaign as well. You don't always get weather warnings. But luckily, it's quite a nice day, you know. For almost 100 degrees below freezing Celsius. But I think probably for Mars it's quite a nice day, because it's constantly summer. But I have no idea what the temperature will go down to when winter sets in. And then it'll be perpetual dark, which is why I chose to start sort of putting RTGs together to power everything rather than solar panels, because you cannot rely on solar panels in pitch black, well, close to darkness anyway, twilight. So I just got a full barrel of aluminium just before the oxygen barrel was full. Magnesium oxide you do need, but I've already got 2 full barrels of it. You don't need a lot of it, from what I can tell. And I don't need all the iron either. So I'm just going to concentrate on putting the floor, the ceiling, and the 2 walls. Yeah, that'll be 3 walls, won't it? Yeah, I'll need 3 walls worth. But we'll have to work that out. I shall have to work it all out. Alright, so that's 2 barrels of aluminium I've got. That's good, excellent. So now I can carry on making my floor. Because I know I went the wrong way. Never mind. Oh, good grief. Machine printers. Right, so I need as many of these as I can print, because obviously I'll need a lot of them. I need at least another 16 to finish the floor. No, 16, 15, I need about 14 for the something like that. I need about 14 to finish the floor off. I shan't bother counting just yet, because I know I need a heck of a lot. I mean, I need to remove the 2 other barrels, the what was it, magnesium oxide and the iron barrel, and put another barrels worth of aluminium and silicon oxide. Might be an idea. But this is if I get a solar sort of bit of solar activity, I can just hop in the shielded box now. Like I said, this 3D printer isn't large enough. This one here that I'm using right now isn't big enough to do the door frame. Any of the door frames just won't let me do them. Not tall enough. Right, so this is obstructed. Just chuck over that. It's just glass, it's fine. Just throw it around.